Some Barkirk. Barkirk. That's balls. Tony. DeWitt. Hello and welcome to Kresge Gymnasium this afternoon in Albion, Michigan. Today we have our very own men's basketball, varsity basketball team here going up against the Calvin Knights. Albion College has enjoyed an 11-5 season so far, going 4-1 in the conference. And they've won 4 of their last 5, with their last loss coming this past Wednesday versus Shrine. In that loss, Trine was able to tie up the conference lead with Albion. They both tied for first at 11-5, 4-1 respectively. Calvin College has enjoyed an 8-8 overall start, and they haven't won a game away so far, going 0-3 in away basketball action, and also 3-2 in conference action, with their losses coming to Alma and Trine. Albion starts off with the ball. Here's senior guard Arshawn Parker getting it over to Jalen Fordham, over to Bennett. Ebling going down. Here's a hook shot. Ebling can't get the first attempt down for the Brits. Here's Calvin with their first possession. Number 14, Szymanski getting it down to Boz. Boz off the glass and in. Boz for Calvin with the first points of the game. Here's Albion. Fordham with the ball, decides to drive in. Gets a little bump. Floats it in. Fordham with the first points for Albion. Sophomore guard Thad Szymanski with the ball, bringing it up court for Calvin. Calvin eventually gets it down to the post here. He faces up, drives in, drop steps, off glass, can't get it in. Bennett with the rebound for the Brits. Parker bringing the ball up court for the Brits, getting it down to Ebling. Will he go to work? Hook shot it in. Here's Calvin with the ball. Boz getting it over to 32. DeVries guarded by Fordham. Gets it back over to number 20, DeWitty. DeWitt, excuse me. DeWitt knocks down the three-point shot, giving Calvin a 4-5 lead over Albion. Getting the ball back down to Ebling. Here he is. Gets it down the basket, drop steps around him off the bat, and then Ebling enjoying a quick start for the Albion. Here's Szymanski with the ball for Calvin. Calvin looking for something here. Finding DeVries again. He gets under the basket. And Ebling for the block. Coming out of nowhere on DeVries. Ebling enjoying a hot start here for the Brits. Number 14, Szymanski on the inbound for Calvin. Ball gets in to Jason Walter. Back to Szymanski. Can't get the three to fall, but it was last touched by Fordham. It'll be Calvin ball. Ball gets inbounded into Szymanski. Decides to go for the big three. It gets fouled on the release. Fordham didn't like the call there. He'll send Derek DeVries to the line. DeVries' first attempt falls. DeVries' second attempt is up and in. There's DeVries' third attempt up. Hits front rim and in, hitting all three free throws there to give Calvin a 6-8 lead over Albion College late in this first half, or early in this first half, excuse me. Parker with the ball. Tries to drive in, gets met with excellent defense. Here's Fordham, back out to Parker, over to Bennett, over on the left side for three! Dylan Bennett knocking down his first three-point attempt of the game to give Albion a 1-point lead. Here's Calvin with the ball. There's a jumper, can't get it to fall. But Calvin gets the ball after the tip out. Back down on the block, he's gonna back in, can't find anything. Szymanski for three. Off far iron. They battle for the rebound, and Albion ball. Fordham on the inbound for the Brits. Here's Arshawn Parker, the senior guard, bringing it up court. Back to Fordham. Fordham opts for the quick three. In! Jalen Fordham for three. Calvin, how will they respond? Here's DeVries driving in, selling for the free throw line jumper. Rattles around the rim and in. Here's Arshawn Parker bringing the ball up the court for the Brits. Fordham over to Bennett. They're looking for Ebling. Ebling has the ball down on the block. What will he do with it? Backs down. Passes it out to Arshawn Parker on the right wing. He decides to drive in. Opts for a jumper. Can't get it to fall. Calvin with the rebound. Here's Kuiper with the ball for the Calvin Knights. Over to DeVries. He drives in and gets fouled. Foul was on Nathaniel Collins. Collins' first foul of the game. Into the game for Fordham, in comes Zach Winston. They try to inbound the ball, but the Brits get a few hands on it and back out. Still Calvin Knight's ball. Benji Kuiper on the inbound for the Knights. Finally gets it in to DeWitt. Gets it into the block. Number 24, Muhlenberg, met with some excellent defense there. But DeVries trying to get the free throw line jumper to fall again. Can't get it. Here's Alshon Parker pushing the ball. Over to Bennett. Over to Winston. Winston decides to drive in. Gets met with excellent defense from Muhlenberg. Decides to bring it back out. Here's Quentin Armstrong back out to Parker. He drives in. Out to Winston up top. Winston hesitates. Goes for the jumper. Can't get it to fall. Here's DeVries for Calvin Knights. Bring it up court. Over to Kuiper. Down to 44. He drops steps. And then Jason Walter for the easy bucket for the Calvin Knights. The score, just under 14 minutes and 30 seconds, is tied 12-12. Quentin Armstrong opts to go for the quick score, but gets blocked by Jason Walter. Over to DeVries. He cops it out to DeWitt, but he can't get the three-point shot to fall. And here's Alshon Parker pushing it. Finding number 4. MJ Barnes, he can't get the three-point shot to fall. Rebounded by DeVries. DeVries with the ball for Calvin, driving in. Kicks it back out to 24. Muhlenberg can't find anything. Can't get the easy jumper to fall. Jason Walter couldn't. Alshon Parker. Over to Zach Winston. Directing traffic, trying to get a pick from Dylan Bennett. Drives over, can't find anything. Pulls it back out. Trying to get the ball in there to Quentin Armstrong, but errant pass. The ball ended up going out of bounds. And the Brits will make a few substitutions here. Back in comes forward Caden Ebling, and also forward. Excuse me. That was the only substitution in there. With the ball for Calvin is Benji Kuiper. Swings it over to Schmansky. Back to Kuiper. Over to Muhlenberg, and he gets an easy dunk. How the Brits respond to the dunk by Muhlenberg. It's Winston with the ball into Ebling. He's enjoyed a hot start for the Brits. Puts it on the floor. Can't find anything. Swings it back out to Fordham. Over to Barnes over on the right side. And that'll be a turnover. Backcourt violation for the Brits. MJ Barnes and Fordham tried to get some quick passes going, trying to find an open shot. Fordham couldn't keep a handle on it. And it'll be Calvin Knight's ball. Alex Ball's in the inbound here for Calvin Knights. Gets it in to number 10, Amaros Gutierrez. Into Muhlenberg. Back into Bykirk. Over to Schmansky. Back to Muhlenberg. Calvin looking for something. Excellent defense from the Brits there as Ebling comes up with the steal. Back to Fordham for 3. It is. Jalen Fordham with another three-point shot here for the Brits to give them a 1-point lead over Calvin. 15-14. Muhlenberg with the free throw line jump shot. Ball's tipped out of bounds by Calvin. Brits ball. Zachary Winston will not be bringing the ball up court. That's Alshon Parker is on the bench for the Brits. And the Brits will be running offense. There's MJ Barnes up top. Quickly down to Ebling. Ebling puts the ball on the floor, tries to score quickly, but can't get it to fall. Excellent defense there by Austin Bykirk. This Gutierrez. And that'll be a moving. Brits with the inbound after the turnover, after the offensive foul with Calvin. Here's Zach Winston with the ball over to Armstrong, inside to Ebling after a few passes. Ebling puts the ball on the floor, fakes the pass, tries to go for a left-hand hook shot, can't get it to fall. Excellent inside defense there from Calvin in the last few possessions. Here's DeVries with the ball into Bykirk. Back to DeVries. DeVries over to Boz for three. Can't get it to fall. Offensive rebound by Calvin, but he stepped out of bounds. Brits ball. Brits having a hard time on the defensive glass. Calvin doing an excellent job getting offensive rebounds, getting multiple chances to get the ball in the bucket for themselves. Quentin Armstrong over to Fordham for the quick jumper. Can't get it to fall. Here's Amaros Gutierrez with the ball. Drives in. Back out to Szymanski. Szymanski drives in. Back to Amaros Gutierrez. Gutierrez drives in for the seemingly easy lay-in. Ball was offensively rebounded by number 35, Alex Bowes, for Calvin Knights. After the left-handed layup was missed by Amaros Gutierrez, Calvin continuing to dominate Albion on the offensive glass. Britain's having a hard time getting offensive rebounds. Getting their defensive rebounds, excuse me, the Brits are. Calvin Knights have had multiple offensive rebounds, giving themselves multiple chances. This is why he was able to get that, go to the free throw line there. I see how the Brits will handle that and adjust it out over the game. But here's Arshawn Parker for the Brits. Get it over to Collins, over to Fordham on the left side. Looks for Armstrong, but opts to dribble in and shoot the jumper and in. The Brits have a 17-16 lead over Calvin. Just under 9 minutes and 40 seconds here to go in the first half. Here's DeVries with the ball over to Amaros Gutierrez. He gets called for the travel. Might have done a little feet shuffle there while he's in the triple threat there. He didn't like the call. Could prove costly for Calvin. See if it causes them to go down by more points here. Here's the freshman, Devin Holmes, over to Fordham. Parker drives in, back out to Holmes. Holmes drives in for the left-hand layup, gets blocked by Muhlenberg. The excellent interior defense coming into play here. And it translates into 3 points on the other end for the Calvin Knights as number 32, DeVries, knocks down the three-point shot to give Calvin a 2-point lead. Here's Fordham with the ball. Opts for the three-point shot after the pick from Devin Holmes. Can't get it to fall off right iron. Here's DeVries. Over to Muhlenberg. Back to Amaros Gutierrez. DeVries over to number 20, DeWitt. Out to DeVries. Can't get the three-point shot to fall. Here's Holmes into Quentin Armstrong. Puts the ball on the floor. Back out to Collins for three and in. Nathaniel Collins knocking down the left wing three-point shot. Over to DeVries on the right side. Back out to 20, DeWitt. Over to DeVries, over to Amaros Gutierrez over on the left side corner. He can't get his shot to fall. Oh, we got a foul call on Calvin. Foul was on number 30, Austin Bykirk. Bykirk's first of the game, I believe. Here we have the Brits. Parker bringing the ball up the court. Gets a pick from Fordham. Swings it over to Fordham. We're going to get a foul call down below on number 44, Jason Walter. Him and Ebling battling down low. Got caught grabbing on his jersey. Referee called the whistle on him. Ball will be inbounded by Arshawn Parker. Ball gets into Nathaniel Collins. He dribbles it out, gets it right into Ebling. Ebling puts it on the floor, works in, swings it out to Bennett. Bennett knocks down the three. Here's Szymanski getting guarded tightly up the court from Arshawn Parker. Gets it into number 20, DeWitt, but he can't knock down the free throw line jumper. Ball was offensively rebounded. Yet another one. And it'll be a blocking foul call here. Blocking foul on Fordham. Still Calvin possession. As Nathaniel Collins will come out. MJ Barnes will come in. Ball inbounded to Jason Walter. Here's Szymanski driving baseline. High backboard. And Muhlenberg. Muhlenberg with the tip slam. Putting the ball back in the bucket for the Knights. And on the other end, Arshawn Parker was fouled by Szymanski. That will send him to the line. But Muhlenberg. Parker's first free throw attempt is in. Second free throw attempt is up and in. That's a quick response to Muhlenberg's emphatic tip slam that he had there on the offensive end for the Knights. The Knights, here's Muhlenberg here for the easy jump shot. Muhlenberg starting to get rolling here for the Knights. The Knights have enjoyed an excellent night on the offensive rebounding. It's an excellent day, excuse me. Excellent day on the offensive rebounding scale. As Ebling tries to go for the right-hand hook shot. Can't get it to fall. The Knights have had 7 offensive rebounds so far in this game as compared to the Brits' 0. Parker handling the ball for the Brits. He's running offense. Fordham swings it over to Bennett. Down to Ebling. Back out to Fordham. Fordham opts for 3. Off right iron. Rebounded by Kuiper. How will Calvin put the ball in the bucket here as 35, Alex Bowles surveys the floor, getting it over to Walter, over to Kuiper, back to Szymanski. Goes for the pull-up jumper over on the left block and gets the fall. Alex Bowes for Calvin Knights, able to tie it up here with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this first half. Bennett swings it over to MJ Barnes. He goes for the jumper after the pick, but he can't get it to fall. Number 42, Benji Kuiper, swings it over. They get it to Szymanski over on the left side. He drives baseline under the basket, hands it off to 44, Walter, for the easy lay-in, and timeout Brits. Calvin Knights taking a 2-point lead over the Brits after that quick lay-in from Calvin. Head coach Jody May needed to talk it over with his team. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in this first half. Calvin enjoying a 27-25 lead over our Brits. Winston drives in, tries to go for the left-hand layup, tipped in by Caden Ebling to tie the game up. But Calvin has been having a big day on the offensive glass. The Brits just can't seem to get back on offense after the first shot goes up from Calvin. And Szymanski goes up. And yet another offensive rebound from the Knights, giving them another chance on offense. Here's DeVries over on the right block, getting guarded by Winston. Back out to 44, Walter for three. And he knocks it down. Calvin's interior proving big for them today, giving them multiple offensive rebounds, providing excellent interior defense. But here's Parker swinging it back out to an open Zach Winston. Can't get the open three-point shot to fall down. Here's Szymanski. And he's stolen by Zach Winston here as he tried to pull a move on Winston. Winston wasn't having it. Hands it off to Parker. And the Brits will set up their offense. Parker getting the ball. He gets a pick from Armstrong. Gets a good look at an open jumper there, but can't get it to fall. There's Calvin with the response. Here's DeVries, guarded by Winston. Fakes the spin, but drives in. It gets the easy lay-in. Brits with the ball. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left here on the first half clock. Here's Winston getting it in to Quentin Armstrong. Backs down on DeVry. Gets the foul call. Excuse me, that foul call was on number 35, Alex Boss. Timeout, Calvin. And we're back after the full timeout from Calvin Knights. after the foul by Alex Boss, sending Quentin Armstrong to the line. Calvin enjoying a 5-point lead over the Brits. 32-27. Let's see if Quentin Armstrong could decrease this lead as he misses the first free throw. Armstrong's second attempt is up. It doesn't get either to fall. Calvin's lead stays 5. Calvin going with an excellent play, getting an open shot. As DeVry's shot couldn't fall in, but the offensive rebound by Muhlenberg makes that now 9 offensive rebounds for Calvin. Parker looking for something, decides to opt out to swing out to Armstrong. Back to Fordham. Fordham driving in, finding Parker over in the left corner. Gets it into Armstrong, but back out. He tried to dish it right back to Armstrong, but I don't think Quentin Armstrong was ready for it and ended up losing the ball there. Turnover from Arshawn Parker. That's 30. Opts for the open jump shot there. Austin Bykirk can't get it to fall. Brits get the rebound, and they're running. Bennett over on the right side. Swings it over to Fordham. Fordham gets the pick from Quentin Armstrong. Brings it back out. Decides to drive in. Off the glass. And in with a lot of contact. Calvin getting it over to number 42, Kuiper. Swings it over to DeWitt. Back to DeVry. DeVry drives in on Bennett, but excellent defense from Bennett. But DeVry still knocks down the tough fadeaway shot on Bennett. Bennett over on the left side. Swings it over to Fordham. Fordham opts for the quick 3. Off back iron. And the Brits get their first offensive rebound of the day after the long ball bounces out from the deep Fordham 3-point shot. Ball gets into Ebling. He goes for the right-handed hook shot, but can't get it to fall off back iron. Big opportunity there. Missed from the Brits. Shot clock is off from Calvin. See what they decide to do with the ball here. Here's number 42, Benji Kuiper. The ball, having the ball near half court. Gets it in to number 30, Bykirk. Looking for DeVry. Ball gets handed off to DeVry. He opts for the 3. Off front iron, can't get it to fall. 3 seconds left on the clock. Up to Parker. He gets it up to Ebling, and they're able to score just before the game clock went off. And our Albion College Brits will go into halftime down 5. The Brits 31, Calvin Knights 36. Welcome back to our second half of Albion College basketball. Brits versus the Calvin Knights. Calvin enjoying a 5-point lead over the Brits, 36-31. Derek DeVries and Carson Muhlenberg are the leading scorers for Calvin, with DeVries scoring 12 with 1 3-point shot, and Carson Muhlenberg scoring 8 points. And for the Brits, the leading scorers are Jalen Fordham going 2 of 5 from 3-point shot, and Caden Ebling going 4 of 9 from the field, 8 points, 2 rebounds. Calvin starts out with the ball for the second half as DeVries misses the free throw line jumper. Fordham with the rebound, hands it off to Parker. Getting down to Ebling. Ebling with the hook shot. Can't get it to fall. Tries to get the rebound. Can't get it. Rebounded by Calvin. Here's Shymansky over to DeVries. Over to DeWitt over on the right corner. Ball rounds around the rim and rebounded by Ebling. DeWitt trying to go for the quick steal over on their own end. But the ball goes over to Collins over on the right side. He can't get the 3-point shot to fall. Shymansky will walk the ball up the court for Calvin. Tried to get the ball over to DeWitt, but Shymansky throws the ball out of bounds. Arshawn Parker getting the call in from Coach Jody May. He'll get a pick from Ebling. Passes it out to Ebling. Fordham gets it into Ebling. And Ebling puts the ball in the basket and one. Ebling has been going to work inside all game for the Brits. Starting off the second half, going just as strong. He's been battling down there with Alex Balls, Muhlenberg. With this free throw shot, could give him 11 points on the game, and he hits it. Make that 11 points for Caden Ebling to decrease the Calvin lead down to 2. Brits 34, Calvin 36. There's DeWitt with the ball, getting it over to DeVry. Calvin almost turned the ball over there. Almost, maybe got away with the travel call there. But here's DeWitt over to Boz. Boz driving in, looking for something. Desperation jumper, gets it to fall. What a shot by Alex Boz. Parker getting a pick from Ebling. Brings it back out. Fordham tried to get the ball into Ebling, but the Calvin defense collapsed in on Ebling and ended up knocking the ball out of bounds. Brits ball. It's Parker. Collins shines out. Fordham gets the ball. He works in at the free throw line, drives on the left side, gets met with excellent defense. But Bennett knocking down the left corner 3 after Fordham gets rejected at the rim. Decreasing the Calvin lead down to 1. Brits 37, Calvin 38. Here's DeVries backing down Fordham. Ball gets back out to 44, and he airballs the open jump shot. And the student section lets him hear it. Parker getting the ball over to Collins. Ebling up top, drives in, trying to look for Parker on the handoff. Does gets it to him. Parker gets the pick from Ebling, swings it out to Fordham. Fordham pump fakes, drives in, dishes it in to Ebling. Ebling loses the ball, turns it over down low, and here's DeVries walking the ball up front for Calvin. They'll slow it up and passes it over to Benji Kuiper. It's swinging over to the rise for the right wing three, and he knocks it down. DeVry with now 15 points for Calvin. He's 2 of 4 from 3. Here's Bennett. Gets it over to Fordham. The ball gets swung into Ebling. He drop steps off the glass. Caden Ebling enjoying a 6 and 12 shooting performance so far. Is now leading the Brits with 13 points. Calvin with the ball driving in. That's number 20, DeWitt tries to hit the fadeaway jumper. It's rebounded by Calvin again with another offensive rebound. He'll send number 44, Jason Walter, to the line after the offensive rebound. Foul was on Caden Ebling. That was his first foul of the game. Out of the game goes Nathaniel Collins, and into the game for Collins comes MJ Barnes. There's Walter's second free throw attempt. Up and in. Arshawn Parker with the ball. Into Ebling on the left elbow. Up over to Fordham. Gets it in to Ebling over there on the right block. Looking for Ebling. Readjusts. Leans in. Looking for a shot. Off the glass and in. Ebling's feeling it with now 17 points for the Brits. How will Calvin respond? Into Muhlenberg. Muhlenberg looking for something, can't find anything. Back out to DeWitt. Over to Kuiper, he spins in, loses the ball. Parker comes up with the ball. Parker drives in, goes in for the contact, gets the left hand in, one. Arshawn Parker taking the ball coast to coast and finishing with contact the left hand. Parker's M1 layup ties the game 43-43 as Calvin. This free throw attempt can give them the lead if he knocks it down. Arshawn Parker gives the Brits a 44-43 lead over the Calvin Knights. 15 minutes to go here in the second half. Amaros Gutierrez in the game for Calvin. Szymanski gets a reach-in foul call on Caden Ebling. That's his second foul of the game. Amaros Gutierrez inbounding the ball for the Knights. Gets it in to Boz. Out to Muhlenberg. Muhlenberg's had a game for Calvin. Drives in. Find Amaros Gutierrez for three. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Dylan Bennett. Brits respond in. Finding Caden Ebling for a quick one. And Muhlenberg with a huge block. And the Knights are running. Muhlenberg proving to be a defensive force as Szymanski gets called for the travel on the offensive end. Muhlenberg with an emphatic block. He's had a few breakout moments in this game. He's had a tip slam, a few blocks, 2 blocks. And we're going to get a timeout I'll see you in 30 seconds. And we're back. The Britons sharing a 1-point lead over the Calvin Knights, 44-43, with 4 minutes 20 seconds left to go in the second half. Senior guard Arshawn Parker with the ball guarded by Amoros Gutierrez. Gets it into Fordham. Fordham passes back out. They find Collins. Gets it back to Parker. Brits showing excellent passing here on the perimeter, and Fordham knocks down yet another three. Make that his third of the game. He's 3 of 6 from 3. Szymanski pulling for jumper. That'll be a 2-point shot. Foot was on the line there. Decreasing the Albion lead back down to 2. Albion 47, Calvin 45. Parker getting it out to Fordham. Over to Collins on the right wing. Armstrong looking for a move to make. He loses the ball. Some more excellent defense there on the inside by Jason Walter. The Brits having to work for every point they get down there. Szymanski swinging it over to Jason Walter for 3. Can't get it to fall. Walter's having a tough night shooting. He had one air ball earlier. Fordham pulling up. Can't get the pull-up jumper to fall. Here's Amoros Gutierrez getting a pick from Walter. Swing it over to Szymanski. Back to Amoros Gutierrez. Gets a screen from Boz. Boz gets it back over to Muhlenberg. Muhlenberg drives in. Finding Szymanski over on the right wing. Open for 3. Hits far iron. Can't get it to fall. Armstrong gets the rebound as Collins pulls up for 3. Can't get it to fall. Gutierrez tried to drive in, but the quick hands from Collins stripping the ball from Gutierrez. And Fordham will pull it up for 3. Knocks it down. Jalen Fordham hitting his 4th three-pointer of today, going 4 of 7 from 3-point. Walter for Calvin can't seem to knock down the open shot as the Brits, enjoying a 5-point lead, tried to extend it. MJ Barnes pulls up after the screen. Knocks it down. They're going to get a timeout from Calvin. Full timeout. And we're back. Albion College enjoying a 7-point lead over the Calvin Knights. Albion 52, Calvin 45. Albion hit a few big shots just before the timeout. We'll see how Calvin responds as Albion will try to extend the 7-point lead. Here's DeVry for three. Can't get it to fall. Off front iron and out. Zach Winston with the rebound. And he'll bring it up court for the Brits. He'll slow it up as Jody May calls the play. Gets it into Caden Ebling. Ebling back out to Bennett. Over to Winston. Ebling gets good position over on the right wing. Ebling puts the ball on the floor. Left hook shot. Falls. Make that. Ball doesn't count. Ebling now has 17 points. Make a correction from earlier. I already said he's had 17 points. Now he has 17 points after that left-handed hook shot. Brits are being led by Jalen Fordham with 18 points and Ebling with 17 points. As the Brits bring it up court. Dylan Bennett with the ball. Finding Collins off the screen from Ebling. Can't get it to fall. Here's Boz. Getting over to Kuiper. Getting into DeWitt. Witt drives in. Tries to go for the left-hand layup. Can't get it to fall. I believe Ebling may have got a piece of that. Brits push it up court, decide to slow it up and run some offense. Ball gets into Ebling over on the left block, and he's warm. Guarded by Bykirk. Driving in, drop steps, tries to get it off the backboard and fall in. Ebling can't get it to fall as the Knights bring the ball up court, finding Boz, getting it into Bykirk. And we're going to get an offensive foul. As Bykirk tried to make a move, Ebling put his feet on the floor, took the charge right to the chest, able to force the turnover, get the ball back for the Brits. Parker gets a screen from Ebling. Doesn't work, so they'll try it again. Swings it out to Collins. Back to Parker, over to Fordham. Fordham drives in, swings it out to Collins. Collins drives in, opts for the floater. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Calvin. Swung over to DeVry. DeVry guarded by Collins. Gets it out to Muhlenberg. That's the student section making some noise there. Maybe got away with the travel call. That's what they were arguing. Ball gets into Jason Walter, guarded by Collins. Collins loses the ball, and the ball gets swung up to Parker. Parker driving in. He gets undercut on the layup attempt, and he'll be going to the line. Arshawn Parker has been 3 of 3 from the free throw line. A total of 5 points for the Brits. First attempt is up and in. Out comes Caden Ebling. And what a game he's had for the Brits so far. In comes Quentin Armstrong. Parker's second attempt is up and in. He is now 5 of 5 from three-point line, 7 total points. Benji Kuiper has the ball up to DeVry. Over to Muhlenberg. Gets it in. He can't find anything. Over to Walter. Walter knocks down the jumper. The first one down for a while. with Walter. Finally gets it to go. Parker driving under the basket, gets it out to Collins. Ball eventually gets into Armstrong. He goes for the right-hand hook shot. He gets it to fall. Armstrong's right hook gives the Brits an 11-point lead over Calvin, 58-47. 7 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in the second half. Muhlenberg for the jumper. Can't get it to fall. Parker will bring it up court. Jody May decides to call timeout, talking over. And we're back after the full timeout from Jody May. Albion College still enjoying an 11-point lead over Calvin with 7 minutes and 36 seconds to left. 36 seconds left, excuse me. Score is 58 Albion, Calvin 47. Albion with the ball. Here's Arshawn Parker as Fordham tries to go back door. The ball is knocked out of bounds by DeWitt. Fordham tried to catch DeWitt sleeping there on defense, but he was well aware, was able to knock the ball out of bounds. Collins tried to get the screen there, but ends up on the floor. No whistle. Play resumes as Parker tries to conduct the offense. Gets a screen from Armstrong, goes in strong, and Walter gets a piece of it on the layup attempt from Parker. Calvin Knights with the ball. Here's Muhlenberg. Ball gets swung over to DeWitt after a few passes. Back to Muhlenberg. Ball gets over to DeVry. DeVry puts the ball on the floor. Backs it down. DeVry. DeVry. DeVry with the lay-in and one. Excellent defense from Dylan Bennett, but DeVry, better offense. He'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. DeVry completes the three-point attempt and goes straight to the bench. He'll be replaced by number 35, Alex Boz. Those 3 points decrease the lead down to 8. Albion 58, Calvin 50. Let's see if the Brits can extend their lead back to double digits. Ebling backing down, finding Collins open up top for 3. Hits right iron. Rebounded by Calvin. And Muhlenberg decides to drive in. Doesn't get the whistle. Got a little contact on the layup, but no whistle. As the Brits bring the ball up court. We're going to get a moving foul call on Caden Ebling. That'll be his 3rd of the game. Szymanski trying to bring the ball up court, being guarded by Arshawn Parker. And the Calvins running offense. Excellent movement here on offense from Calvin. Finding an open Szymanski, but can't get the shot to fall. Offensively rebounded by Boz. And then Alex Boz decreases the Albion lead down to 6. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the second half. Parker with the ball. Over to Fordham, finding Collins, open for the right corner three. Hits far iron, but offensively rebounded by Ebling. And they'll have a new 30 seconds left on the clock. Over to Collins. Collins finding Fordham up top. Fordham hits him with a jab, decides to go for the jumper. Hits front iron. We're going to have a foul on Caden Ebling. Ebling battling for a rebound. That'll be his 4th. That's got to hurt for the Brits. It's a big one. Ebling's been having a good game for them. But with 4 fouls, you got to sit him down. In comes Quentin Armstrong for Ebling. DeVry with the ball for the Brits, being guarded tightly by Fordham. Finally gets it over to DeWitt. Over to Boz, over in the left corner, guarded by Bennett. Gets it down to DeVry, guarded by Fordham. Fordham with excellent defense, and he'll be called for a travel. Fordham able to force the travel from DeVry. Down low on the left block. Fordham bringing the ball up court. Swings it over to Parker. Parker with a head of steam. Parker with a head of steam. Tried to drive in. End up losing the ball. It'll be Calvin possession. Szymanski with the ball. Bring up court, guarded by Parker. Gets it over to Walter. Finding Szymanski open for the right corner three, and he hits it. Albion College lead now decreased to 3 with 4 minutes to go here in the second half. Calvin was once down 11. They were able to get it down to 3 as Quentin Armstrong misses the right hook jump shot. DeVries with the ball. A quick timeout called before he could step out of bounds. And we're back. Calvin trying to come back on the Brits. They called timeout just before they could step out of bounds to keep possession. DeVry almost knocking down the three-point shot. Ball around the rim, but didn't want to fall. Let's see if the Brits can score. Finally put some points on the board as Caden Ebling's finally back in the game. After being taken out after his 4th foul, ball gets into Ebling. Ebling puts it on the floor, left hand. Ebling ends the Brits scoring drought. Szymanski forcing the foul on Arshawn Parker as he drives in. He'll be going to the line to shoot two. He'll be shooting 1 and 1, excuse me. Szymanski's second free throw attempt is up and off. Hits right iron. Szymanski's free throw trip to the line is able to decrease the Albion lead down to 4. Ball gets handed off to Fordham. He opts for the free throw line jumper, knocks it down. Fordham gives the Brits a 6-point lead as Szymanski drives in, tries to respond quickly. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Dylan Bennett. Gets it into Ebling. A little miscommunication there. Fordham opts for the jumper and in! Fordham hitting big shots for the Brits to give them a now 8-point lead over the Calvin Knights with just under 2 minutes left to go in the second half. It's DeVry at the ball, getting out to Walter, over to Boz. Back to DeVry. DeVry tried to drive in, and he gets the ball, and he gets fouled. DeVry will go to the line. Shooting 1 and 1. First attempt is up. And then second attempt is up. And then DeVry brings the Albion lead back down to 6. We get a quick timeout call from Jody May to avoid the 5-second inbound violation. And we're back. Albion College sharing a 6-point lead over the Calvin Knights with 1 minute 46 seconds left to go in the second half. See if the Brits can hold off the Calvin comeback attempt as Fordham pushes the ball up court with Szymanski tightly on him. Ball gets out to Parker. Parker was being harassed by Szymanski. Szymanski called for the reach-in foul. And Bennett will inbound the ball for the Brits. Ball gets inbounded into Parker. Brits running offense, gets it over to Nathaniel Collins. Swings it over to Fordham. Fordham driving in. Fordham got a lot of contact on that drive, but no whistle. Calvin trying to respond quickly as the Brits get back on defense. Gets it over to DeVry, guarded by Fordham. Gets it back out to DeWitt for three. Can't get it to fall, but rebounded by DeVry. Swings it over to Walter. Can't get his shot to fall. Bringing an offensive foul call. The offensive foul call on DeVry. Brits possession. 56 seconds left on the game clock here. Brits barely able to get it in before 5 seconds. Parker gets it up court. Parker fouled on the drive-in attempt. He'll go to the line, shooting 1 for 1. In the game for Muhlenberg goes Amaros Gutierrez. Parker's first free throw attempts are up. In. Parker's second free throw attempt is up and in. Arshawn Parker has also been big for the Brits, scoring their last 4 points, I believe. Szymanski trying to respond quickly. Can't get it to fall. Calvin trying to tip the ball in. Fordham trying to chase down the loose ball. Steps out of bounds. Calvin possession. Back in comes Muhlenberg for Morales Gutierrez for Calvin. Here comes DeVry for Calvin. DeVry will go to the line after being fouled on the shot attempt from Dylan Bennett. 35 seconds left on the game clock. That'll send DeVry to the line for 2. DeVry knocks down his first shot. Amaros Gutierrez taking out Jason Walter. DeVry's second free throw attempt is in. Derek DeVry now has 21 points. 21 points for Calvin. Ebling will be sent to the line. Ebling makes his first free throw attempt. Ebling makes both free throw attempts to increase the Brits' lead up to 8. With now 30 seconds left to go on the game clock, Szymanski drives in. Too strong off the backboard. Ebling looking for someone to hand it off to, and he gets fouled on his rebound, and he'll go back to the line. With that free throw attempt, Ebling now has 22 points on the game, along with 5 rebounds. Ebling's second attempt is up. Can't get it to fall. Brits enjoying a 9-point lead. 20 seconds left to go. Calvin looking to score quickly. DeVries can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Fordham, and he's harassed with the ball. No whistle, though, from the referees. We're going to get a timeout from Jody May. And we're back in the final moments of this game. Albion sharing a 9-point lead over the Calvin Knights. Dylan Bennett on the inbound for the Brits. Just under 10 seconds left to go. Ball gets inbounded into Collins. And what a throw from Bennett as Collins to try to dribble it out. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Ball gets inbounded into Parker, and he'll dribble it out. And what a performance it was from Jalen Fordham and Caden Ebling, both having 22 points each. The Brits will improve to 12-5 as the Calvin Knights now fall to 8-9 overall. This is a big win for the Brits, as this will allow them to keep their MIAA #1 spot. And that'll be all here in Kresge Gymnasium.